Okay, folks, we are here at the Grand Canyon. I'm at the top of the Bright Angel Trail, and I have to say, now that we're here, it is pretty intimidating. You can't even see the bottom from here. But tomorrow, this is what we're going to be doing. See you then. Okay, here we are on the eve of our hiking trip down to the bottom of the Grand Canyon. We just wanted to give you a quick little overview of all the mess we've got to take down there with us. We'll be packing all of this into the bags. Okay, we are here at the trailhead to the South K-Pop and getting ready to step off to the bottom of the canyon. There's a large group of hikers here, so we're just gonna step off. See you downstairs. All right, this is our first official stop. This is Cedar Ridge. It's just like a little plateau. Okay, we just left Skeleton Point, which is way up there, and look what we see. Woohoo!
The Colorado River. We are almost to our destination, and we got to cross it. And to do that, we go into this cave, and we're going to take you right through it with us. Over the Little Black Bridge. Ooh, how cool is that? Careful all the rocks. And there's the bridge. It takes you over to Phantom Ranch. We're almost there, probably a little less than a mile left. It's been a long day. I'm just going to keep videotaping straight across. We are in Phantom Ranch. Finally made it. It's been quite a day.
Okay, it is about 9 o'clock in the morning on Monday morning, and we have broken camp, and we are getting ready to start the Bright Angel Trail. So this is going up. We're not going that way. I'm just showing you the beauty of the sunrise this morning. Where we're going is over there. We'll see you at the next stop. Okay, just wanted to show you this beautiful stream that we picked up on the Bright Angel Trail. We've had to cross it twice so far. Not a big deal. And just to show you where we are, just saw these kayakers. They're just hitting their white waters right now. They are going down the Colorado River. They must have gotten a fairly early start. You ready? Okay, so we are here on the Bright Angel Trail. We are at the Indian Garden Campground, and in keeping with our everyday people motif, we have met Rick, and Rick is from Maine. And Rick is an everyday people just like us, and he has a story that he would like to tell us. Rick, what is your purpose of being here today?
Being here today is to try to keep myself from getting so out of shape that I can't be here anymore.
And you said you've been hiking for how long?
I've been backpacking here for, I think, 23 years. Since the year that Comet Hale-Bopp was in the sky, whatever year that was.
And you saw that?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
And you were telling us that you are actually a volunteer here?
Yeah, I volunteer at the bottom at the Phantom area, but not for Phantom Ranch, but for the park. And they have a department that's interested in restoring the ecology of Bright Angel Creek. And the river's so full of trout that they go up there in the fall and winter and eat everything in the creek. So we're trying to keep the trout out. And it's been working. We do a bird count at Christmas time. And there's a lot more birds down there now that eat small fish or insects. And so there weren't any small fish or insects before.
Wow.
So yeah, so it's working out pretty well. Except this year there was a flash flood that washed the weir away. But
And tell us again what a weir is.
the weir's like a fence across the creek to keep fish from going upstream. And it's got a fish trap in it where they swim in and hopefully don't figure out how to get out. And if we find trout in there, we clean them and freeze them and give them away. If we find native fish in there, they're weighed and measured and tagged and put up over the weir so they can go upstream.
And you were telling us about the trout that were too small?
Oh, the little ones, yeah. The smaller ones are frozen and they're brought to the Zuni Reservation in New Mexico to feed to their ceremonial eagles. And we don't want to waste any of the trout. So.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Well, again, this is Rick, and he's a true example of getting out, getting active, and enjoying life. And we have enjoyed talking to Rick.
Thank you.
Good morning.
How's your hike out?
Oh, pretty nice. I just can't imagine these mules going down there, though. It's crazy.
Bless their hearts.
Good morning. Hello. Okay, folks, we did it. We have left Sunday morning. It is now, I don't even know what time it is, about 1:30 on Tuesday. And we have completed our
Rim to rim.
rim to rim in the Grand Canyon. And I have to tell you, hands down, it is the hardest thing I've ever done.
Hey everybody. We're kind of closing out our Grand Canyon video, and just kind of wanted to tell you a few of our thoughts that we kind of learned along the way. We said in our Phoenix video that perhaps it would be a little bit daunting. That might have been an understatement, because it really was. And just kind of want to get a little bit personal and be real about things. It took us 7 hours to get down to the bottom of the canyon. Part of that reason is because we wanted to see everything. But another part is I have a pretty intense fear of heights, among other things, that causes a little bit of anxiety. So it kind of slowed us down a little bit. And in the video, you could probably see me hugging the inside wall a little bit. And that's why. So I just wanted to kind of throw that out there that, even though you might have some problems like that could cause issues for you, don't let it keep you from doing stuff that might be fun or that might just bring you some kind of joy. Just don't do it. If you persevere, you can get through anything. So I just kind of wanted to throw that out there. The Grand Canyon was awesome. The first day we got there, we looked into the canyon and thought, wow, we're going to climb down into the bottom of that. That's just huge. Yeah, I don't know. It was just amazing for me. We spent a couple of nights down there. It was cold down there, that's for sure, and just had an overall really good time. So just wanted to kind of throw that out there, and like I said, I wanted to kind of be real with everybody and kind of let you know a little bit about us and what's going on.
Well, and my reflections is number one, I'm proud of Jeff for doing that. I know that was very taxing to him. It was probably one of the hardest physical challenges that I've had in my life. I think just because it ranged over 3 days, having the packs on our back and going down and not sleeping well at night because it was cold at night. It was very cold, and of course it was primitive camping, so you didn't have electricity or anything like that to have heaters or stuff. So you're cold, you're hurting, and you're tired. So when we made it up to the top, it was something pretty spectacular for us. Just wanted to give a shout out to you meet some of the nicest people on the trail. Everybody becomes your friend out there, and there's such a variety of people out there. We saw young, we saw old, we saw couples, we saw people running down the trail. When you stop for breaks, people strike up a conversation with you, and it's just really really cool to meet people from all different walks of life. And especially wanted to say thanks to Rick, who allowed us to interview him for just an insight on everyday people. And just one of the things that really fascinated me about the Grand Canyon is those mules. It blows my mind after seeing and walking the trail and having to figure out where to put my foot and where to put my next foot and to climb over this and to climb over that, and the ice. How these mules do that with people on their back. It was crazy. And there was one stretch, I think we mentioned in the video, that was it was just pure ice. It was really pure ice. And I don't know how the mules did it. We had our crampons on our shoes, but Jeff kind of got into a little pickle there and had a little bit of anxiety, and somebody, just a total stranger, came up behind Jeff and put his foot behind him and said, "You're not going anywhere. Go ahead," and just helped Jeff through that whole little episode. So we conquered the Grand Canyon. We did it. I can't say that we would do it again to that extent, but it was absolutely beautiful. I can't imagine anybody saying that these things were created by the Big Bang Theory. This is God's paint canvas, and just every little thing there we could see God's hand in. It was just absolutely beautiful.
What about the bighorn sheep? That was amazing.
Everything, all those animals are just so used to people. The bighorn sheep that we came to, we very cautiously, crept down the trail. We didn't approach them. We kind of stopped and let them do their thing. But they looked at us and just continued on their way. And the mule deer that were down in the canyon at the campground, I mean, they just don't even pay you any attention. We were on the trail. We had to move along the trail, and got within maybe, I'd say, 2 or 3 feet of them, and they just looked up from their feeding and looked at you, and then just went back to their feeding. So the animals were spectacular down there.
It was, and we only really got video in this particular video of one of the bighorn sheep, but I think there were about 4 or 5 of them, and they were just out there sunning themselves and getting up and grazing. It was just an awesome experience to see that and be standing 3 or 4 feet away from them. How amazing is that? So it was really cool. And,
so anyway, we hope you have enjoyed this video. So we're going to close out for right now, and until then, we encourage you to get out,
get active,
and enjoy life. See you at the next time.